Okay, so next let's look at the newsletter, and again let's just put the float left. Let me make the padding to be 15 pixels. I want to set the width to be 20% the page, and the margin at the bottom to be 50 pixels. Okay. And the other thing I'm going to do very briefly as well is I'm going to go back into my index here, and I'm going to add at this point my div class equals clear, just to clear down that the styling at that point, so that we can then not have the float affect my left and right div. So again, let's save all that. And now if we look at my web page, we now have our nice left and right section here, and my div left and right here. What I'm also going to do actually very briefly is I'm going to go back to my styles, and I'm going to just change some of the color here. I'm going to actually make the colors a little bit different. So I'm going to make this one a hash E8088, and I'm going to do the same for my newsletter. And in fact, I'm going to do it for, I'm going to leave my two divs grayed there at the moment, but I may change the colors later on with that as well. And the reason is, now that I've changed the color, you can actually start seeing the difference in the sections. So we have a nice floating section here and a nice floating section there. In fact, I can also go back here, and in my welcome div, let me set the margin left, sorry, to be 10 pixels, so that now we can actually see it really float in here. So you can start to see that we actually are making the elements float, and we will be actually doing that with a few more things as we go through by changing some of the colors. In fact, let's go back here and take this color. Let's go to my menu header, and let's just actually add that to there as well, just so we get some nice colors or sort of elements we can see through. And then let's just go back there, and then at the bottom of that we're going to add some margin at the bottom, and let's make that say 30 pixels. Save that. I like to save just in case. And we can start to see we're actually really kind of making some changes to the web page now. We can change the colouring as we go through, but just the fact that we can start to see the floating bits that we've got going on here, and the changes that we're making to the page to get it sort of back in with the colour we want. So that's our two elements here sorted, and next we're going to start looking at changing the colours for the elements here and affecting our left and right div. So that'll be in the next lecture.